Let's talk about pugs and their peculiar habit of licking the air. If you've ever seen one of these little creatures staring off into space, tongue flapping like a flag in the wind, you might have wondered if they're trying to communicate with aliens or just lost in their own little world. So why do pugs lick the air? Strap in, because we're about to explore this bizarre behavior with a comedic twist. The curious case of air licking. First off, let's get one thing straight. Pugs are weird, and that's what makes them so lovable. But when it comes to air licking, it's like they've taken weird to a whole new level. You might catch your pug standing there, looking as if it's about to deliver a TED Talk on the merits of air. But really, what's going on in that little head of theirs? One reason for this curious behavior is that pugs are trying to maximize their sense of smell. You see, dogs have an incredible sense of smell, far superior to ours. When they lick the air, they're essentially sampling the scents floating around them. It's like they're saying, "Hey, I smell something interesting. Maybe it's food, or perhaps it's just my own existential dread." The Hunger Games. Another reason for this air-licking extravaganza could be hunger. Pugs are notorious foodies. They live for the next meal. If your pug is licking the air around mealtime or while you're cooking something delicious, it's probably just their way of saying, "I'm ready for my 5-star dining experience." You can practically hear them thinking, "If I lick the air enough times, maybe dinner will magically appear." And let's not forget about those moments when you drop a crumb on the floor. Suddenly, your pug is a vacuum cleaner on high alert. They'll lick the air as if trying to summon the ghost of that crumb back into existence. It's a dog's version of wishful thinking. The saliva situation. Now, let's talk about saliva. Pugs can produce an impressive amount of drool, enough to make a water feature jealous. Sometimes, they lick the air to clear out excess saliva. Picture this. Your pug is sitting there, drooling like it just saw a steak dinner, and suddenly decides that licking the air is the best way to manage that overflow. It's like a little canine cleanup crew hard at work. But here's where it gets interesting. If you notice your pug licking the air excessively or frequently, it could be a sign of something more serious. Perhaps they're feeling anxious or uncomfortable. You know how we humans might pace back and forth when we're stressed? Well, pugs have their own coping mechanisms. The anxiety factor. Air licking can also be linked to anxiety. If your pug is feeling nervous, maybe there's thunder outside or they're in an unfamiliar environment, they might resort to licking the air as a way to self-soothe. It's like their version of biting their nails or fidgeting with a stress ball. And let's face it, pugs are dramatic little creatures. They can go from 0 to panic mode in seconds flat. One minute they're happily lounging on the couch. The next minute, they hear a loud noise and suddenly think they're in a horror movie. So if you see your pug licking the air like it's auditioning for a role in The Exorcist, it might be time to check in on their emotional state. The health considerations. Sometimes, excessive air licking can indicate health issues such as acid reflux or gastrointestinal discomfort. If your pug is licking the air and seems uncomfortable after eating or has changes in appetite, it might be worth consulting your vet. After all, we don't want our furry friends to suffer from tummy troubles while they're busy trying to taste the atmosphere. It's important to monitor how often and when this behavior occurs. If it becomes excessive or seems compulsive, like your pug has decided that air licking is its new favorite hobby, it could be time for a vet visit. Conclusion. Embracing the quirkiness. So why do pugs lick the air? It boils down to their unique combination of curiosity, hunger, anxiety, and sometimes even health issues. These little creatures are full of surprises and quirks that keep us entertained, and sometimes scratching our heads. In conclusion, owning a pug means embracing all its oddities, including that hilarious habit of licking the air as if it were auditioning for America's Got Talent. So next time you catch your pug mid-lick with its adorable squished face and big eyes staring into space, remember, they may be a bit strange, but that's what makes them so wonderfully lovable.